a very modern Hoover indeed. This is a Hoover H-Lift 700 XL, a 3-in-1 dry vacuum cleaner with a whole bunch of tools. It's also broken, but it is ours. The lady said, did I want it before they took it to the tip? She hears that I take in old vacuums. So I said, yeah, why not? So let's see if we can get anything out of this machine, or if it is indeed just a big pile of scrap. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Hoover chums. How are you today? Yes, this machine is a little bit of an oddity, really, because it looks really light, but it isn't. It's quite a heavy thing. Let's just finish off getting rid of that cable from there. It's quite a hefty little thing, but it doesn't feel that creaky, doesn't feel that clunky. What this is a shark clamp, as every vacuum cleaner nowadays sadly is. This is it in its upright formation. If we, what do? We remove this hose. Now this hose can come off of this way. Yeah, it's not completely reversible. So the hose comes off of the wand there, and then which way does it say to do? You can either do it for the tools, which if I pull this off here and lift this plastic cover down, that is now in handheld. Sorry, birdies. Handheld tool mode. Yeah, very not bad actually. The hose is quite heavy, but I guess only because it has to carry an electrical connection with it. Then, if we put the hose back into there and lift off the machine, we now have a fairly familiar lift end away form factor. I quite like the fact that the hose comes out so low. You can't quite leave the machine standing up on its own. But yeah, that is how Hoover envisioned you to use it. Just like so. So yeah, we have the machine. We also have a load of tools. So let's have a look at these first, and then we'll get on to why this thing was free and on its way to the tip. Okay then, so what do we have from Hoover? Born Innovate. Well, I'm afraid Hoover, those days are long gone since you guys innovated or gave birth to anything exciting. Right, one empty bag. We have, oh look, it's resistant to fire. That's good. Don't entirely think that's actually supposed to be with it. So we shall leave that be. Look, we have the manual. Yeah, look, this is a proper cleaning ensemble. God, I almost don't like calling it that. But yeah, very nice. So we have a manual. We have a quick start guide. So yeah, this is what I mean about all the different ways that it has itself. It's got upright mode, and then you put the tools onto the end of the hose, or you lift the machine away. So yeah, very nice indeed. H-Lift 700, guarantee information. It was only an A-star. Oh, wasn't anything higher than that. How pathetic. And yeah, a little tag. So that's nice. We have a fairly well used, it's quite a long little extension-y tube. Although then it's quite short and stubby when it's not together. We have a scabbard tool, which I do believe, but I think some of these tools should fit onto the machine, although which ones I'm not sure, because now we, oh wow, now we have, I hadn't actually noticed that, the Caress, I think Hoover called this, oh that's quite stiff, floor tool with nice felted rubber wheels. So, oh yeah, that's horrible. The hose pivots inside of that unit. There we go, yeah. So there's that. And then we have our pet hair removal tool, which has seen some use. That's pretty cool, isn't it? We have ourselves a manual, and oh, it did come with these. These, and the thing mentions these are the wipers where is it? Yeah, there we go. 2 wiper blades. So I could use these on my car. No, these are actually replacements for under there, which is quite a nice touch that they do provide them, although it can be quite worrying that they have to provide them. So I think we should move on to this machine itself. Right, we have the other half of this, which I figured it probably would be. There we go. So that goes in there and then clips into place. I'm sure I can fit something else on there. I don't think we have to worry. What I will do is plug it in. And we'll see how well it works. So yes, we are, well, I think we shall pop it into its upright mode and see what the performance might be like. Not bad. Well, you can't use this without using this. What? Yeah. I mean, they tried. They put tools with it. Bless them. Again, this isn't Hoover. This is TTI. So they did their best, I suppose. Right, let's clip that back into there. Put that. I mean, I'd dread to think how, you know, if these were ever popular and well used, how common it would be to find that missing off there. So I have that. That's good. But now we can use the thing in its upright mode, and this is where the problems start. We should turn it on and note that nothing happens at all. Nothing. Coming from that brush roll, and it's also completely seized up. So this now needs to turn into a why was it free problem, and can we fix it to perhaps benefit from it being free, or is it just scrap? Let's get into this head. Right, the front wheels pop off to reveal 2 screws. I'm wondering, I don't think anything else comes off in terms of there, so let's undo all of these screws and see what we find. So here is our floor head. Big, beefy motor, and immediately I'm noticing a lot of carbon and a good smell of it as well. So I'm not sure if we're going to find a blown off segment of the com. But, I mean, it's still jammed up, so it could still just be the brush roll being completely and utterly destroyed. I'm not quite sure how this all comes apart now. This is a bit annoying, isn't it? There's nothing there. I think if we remove those cables, I wonder if we need to come under here. Aha! Perfect. That is our base plate off. Then we can lift the brush roll out to reveal that, oh dear, it spins really well. So, it's not that. Oh, it is. The motor has broken. Okay, you just lift out now. I mean, I guess we don't need to worry about these 2 terminals here. Just kick off. Oh wow, this is going to be a bit fiddly. Let me fight this motor out of the frame. Here is our motor. Yonjai motor, 2018. Wow, that's older than I thought. God, that is a full-on 200-volt motor though, and yeah, it is C's. So I started to loosen them, but I figured we'd actually crack them together. Let us see which carbon it is that has destroyed itself. Not that one. That one seems okay. Is it this one? Ah, that one's chipped, but not destroyed. Ah, this is loose now. Maybe we can. Right, was it? Oh, no. There. See that big hole? Better. They're missing an entire segment of the comms. So we do need another one of these motors. I'm now going to go away and see if that might be a viable thing to try and buy, or if we just have a big pile of scrap. We shall find out in the next scene. Well, it's been a few weeks since filming the last scene of the last bit that you last watched, and I've not really got any further with this Hoover, and we're not going to either. Because the problem is, brush roll motor is, it seems, the most common failure point for this machine, and you can probably find another motor. I have this one here from something, but it is 12 volts. Now I could spend a couple of quid on a motor from a random Vax, which probably would fit, but I just don't want to. I just don't have the time. We have more machines that are more deserving that need to be done, and I want the space. And the problem is, this is about to be very wasteful because this is all bespoke to this machine. I might stick a couple of bits on eBay. I don't see the harm in sticking maybe these parts up, just in case anybody wants them. The tools, nobody's going to want those. Not even I want those. But what I would like a quick check of is the motor, because, you know, the motor could be a really decent size to have a spare one of. So I'm going to go and work out where all the screws are. I think they're probably just going to be these on the bottom, and I'll see how far I get. No, those screws were not it. They just took off these little gliding pads. I have a horrible feeling that the way to do it is to take off these little blanking caps here, mainly because if you take them off, there's the screw. But unlike, I mean, I hate to praise Shark here, but at least their little pads, oh, I mean, that one did pop out. There we go. You can flick out quite easily. But some of these, I can't. And because I don't really care about putting this back together, we're going to use violence instead, because it's much more fun. And I can be finding these little caps for weeks now around the edge of my house. There are a flipping lot of them though. If you're doing a cable on one of these, you might not be getting these back in. You've got to get something really thin and really small to do it. Oh, there's still two back here. I'm just going to take all of them off because I don't want to have to go back and do all of these. So yeah, look, some of them are quite deep. But I'll get these, yeah, look, that one there. So I'll get these off, I'll get these screws off, and then I'd imagine the back is going to come away. Did that do the trick? Or is there more hidden somewhere? Gosh, I think you're probably going to be going through, aren't you? Come on. All of the screws are out or loose or etc. Because like the machine's starting to come to bits in its layers. So why don't you just pop off? This is the problem nowadays when there's no service manuals or repair manuals. You have to just go at it like an idiot, really. I shall come back when I have oh, hang on, or have I just been stupid and missed two screws? No. Come on. What is plastic garbage? What is holding you on? there we go. Oh, look at in here. Now, what I want to get first is we may as well take the mains cable because, you know, it is a decent mains cable, I seem to remember. It'll be alright. Oh, this switch is also worth keeping because it's got sideways terminals. And we know Miele's and etc. can use those. So yeah, we'll keep that and that. We shall chop this here. And then, yeah, I shall pop this flex in the flex box. And who knows, we might see it one day again. What else is in here? Wow. Wellity, wellity, wellity. If I... Oh, that's a terrible pair of strips. If I take some scissors, we're going to get a bit more out of this now. I have to... But these are the sort of suppressors that I buy, although this one's got some weird solder on it, to replace Electrolux ones on single speed Electrolux machines. God, these pairs of snips are awful as well. There we go. Look, that is a, yeah, it's an X capacitor. I need to triple check the ones that I buy, but I'm pretty sure they are. And if it is, because, you know, the Reefers and Electroluxes do go, that is the replacement. What else is on? There is a second switch. Marvellous. We'll have that, because again, I've got tons of the straight down ones, but none of these. And then bar that, we're going to, because I want a little bit else from this machine. There's a nice connector block there as well. That's my dinner. I think I'm getting there. I've taken this trim off, but look, I found even more screws. Let's take round, get out. Marvellous. Here is our prize, although there is a clamp down here, which we need to remove. Do not follow this if you ever want to put one of these back together. I am just getting this through. I am sorry, but we're not putting this back together. Oh, well, it's got some sort of parked motor bucket in it. How exciting. I think I can just feed the rest of this connect. Nah, I do want that connector, but it doesn't need to be on the motor. So we'll take these terminals off of here. And we'll put it out this way, because yeah, this little, where's the other half? This little connector could be quite handy for something, and I can use this nice wire for something as well. We always use little bits of scrap wire, and this is decent scrap wire. I don't want that, don't want that, oh dear. And I don't know if I want this now. That's very, very angled and deep and isn't really going to fit on any sort of motor housing that I can think of. 670 watts though. There we go. So, oh my goodness. I mean, I've made it more easy to fit in my bin now, which is, oh look, here's the last two screws that I was looking for. I think. Because I still haven't actually managed to split this house, even though all of the screws are out, and I don't think they're ever going to from the looks of it. No, yeah. This bit should split, but there's nothing there, and there's not really any more reason for me to do anything more with this. This has just made it easier to fit into my bin, really, which is a colossal shame and a huge waste of plastic. I don't even think I want those wheels. It's a bit of a shame, really. These brushes are nice and stiff, but we're not going to find out with this machine. So there we go, really. Sorry, it's been a bit of an anticlimactic video. You know, we haven't really fixed it, but we are breaking it for spares. You can't win them all. There is no point. I don't think I even want this motor, which is a bit of a shame. So, pile of Hoover trash, just like they have been for years, really. Maybe one day we shall pick up and run one of these, but this one was not it. And all we really have out of it is a flex, some cable, a couple of switches, and a suppressor type job. At least it'll fit in the bin more easily. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I and some other fit for the bin machine. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.